Hello students, this is the continuation of the previous video of chapter 2. In the previous video, we learnt about water pollution. Now, like water pollution, air pollution is also a main problem of the world. In every cities, industries have developed and the gases and the smoke released from these industries have polluted the air and due to which people suffer from breathing problem. So the second pollution is air pollution, and this air pollution takes place because of the industries that have developed. They release gases and smoke, and these gases and smoke they mix in the air. There are harmful gases like hydrocarbon, nitrogen oxide, carbon monoxide, and carbon dioxide, which are released by the vehicles running on fossil fuels like petrol and diesel, mix with the air, and their proportion has increased. And due to this, the whole world or the earth is getting hot, and there is a problem of global warming. Then another thing, that how air gets polluted. The various harmful gases are released by the vehicles which are running on the road, and these vehicles they run on the fossil fuels like petrol, diesel, natural gas, oil, coal, and due to this, the smoke mixes with the air and the proportion of these gases is increased. And like this, the whole earth is getting hot, and this has led to global warming. Then the next is deforestation. That is, the proportion of CO2 gas is increasing on the earth due to the cutting of the trees. Deforestation means cutting of the trees. So because of the cutting of the trees, the CO2 proportion of carbon dioxide gas is increasing in the atmosphere, and due to this, the pollution in the air is increasing because the trees are cut, so excess amount of carbon dioxide gas is found in the atmosphere. Then the other reason of air pollution is that cutting of trees and the dust particles that float in the air, हवा में उड़ रहे हैं due to the cutting of the trees and forest. So these are the 3 or 4 reasons that how air pollution is increasing day by day. First is due to the industries which release the smoke and gases in the air. Secondly, the vehicles are running on the fossil fuels like petrol and diesel. They emit smoke and gases which mixes in the air, and due to this the earth is getting hot and global warming is taking place. Then due to deforestation, the trees are cut and there is increase in the carbon dioxide gas and the dust particles that float in the air because of the deforestation, that is because of the cutting of the trees. Now turn next page, page number 9. Air pollution causes various diseases such as asthma, breathing problem, lung infection, etc. So the picture on page number 9 shows us that how the smoke is released through vehicles, planes and factories, and how it pollutes the air. And this polluted air causes various diseases such as asthma, breathing problem, lung infection, etc. The dust particles which float in the air enters our mouth, ears and eyes, which causes disease like cough, cold and allergy. We see many times that due to suffocation, animals die by excess of pollution. The temperature of the atmosphere has become hot due to pollution. Harmful gases mixes with rainwater and comes to ground and causes acid rain, due to which fish, insects and vegetables are destroyed. So, what steps should we take to save ourselves or to stop this air pollution? So, because of air pollution, what effect, how the human life is affected? The various diseases are caused due to air pollution like asthma, breathing problem, lung infection, etc. Then the dust particles that are floating leads to disease like cold, cough and allergy. Then the animal life, the animals, they also died due to suffocation. घुटन होती है by excess of pollution. Then the temperature on the earth is increasing day by day. It is becoming hot. And the poisonous gases which are released by the factories, where in the rainy season they mix with the rainwater and cause acid rain, and this is harmful for animals and vegetation. Now, how we will prevent this air pollution, or what should be done to prevent air pollution? So, to prevent air pollution, government should have to make strict rules and take strict action for the industries. The harmful gases which are released by the industries should not be allowed to get mixed in the air. So, the first thing, the step to prevent air pollution is the government should make strict rules and strict action should be taken so that the industries which are releasing the harmful gases may not release it in the air, and equipments which filter these harmful gases should be made and used by the industries. Those industries who do not follow the rules of the government should be fined or shut down. So, after the government makes the rule, and those industries which are causing pollution, if they do not follow the rules of the government, that industry should be fined, उसको दंड करना चाहिए, और shut down, उसको बंद कर देना चाहिए. In every phase, an awareness program relating to environment should be organized in school or in society. Then in school, the students should also be made aware. In society and in other organizations, such awareness program should be organized to make understand people regarding the environment. We should use petrol and diesel in a judicious way. Then petrol and diesel, they are causing air pollution. So both these things, fossil fuels, we should use it judiciously, सोच समझ के उसके यूज़ करना चाहिए. CNG, LPG should be used, and instead of petrol and diesel, CNG and LPG gas should be used. PUC, that is pollution under control, in vehicles should be implemented so that the vehicles do not release smoke while they are running on the road, and like this we can reduce the air pollution. So, PUC of each and every vehicle should be made compulsory so that when the vehicles run on the road, when they release the smoke, it will not pollute the air, and like this By taking all the above steps, we can reduce air pollution. Now, the third is land pollution. We do not take into consideration the land pollution. We throw away the waste, garbage, kachra anywhere on the road. But in this developing country, land pollution is increasing on a large scale. So, land pollution is not something that is easily visible. हम लोग आसानी से देख नहीं सकते, but it has become on a large scale. Land pollution is necessary on a developing country. Land pollution has to be controlled has become necessary on a large scale. The development of industry is increasing day by day, and these industries drain dirty water on the ground, and like this, the land is polluted slowly. So, how the land is getting polluted? The development of industries, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा इंडस्ट्री डेवलप हो रही है, नई नई इंडस्ट्री खुल रही है, एंड दिस इंडस्ट्रीज दे ड्रेन डर्टी वाटर, जो गंदा पानी है वो लोग बाहर निकालते हैं, एंड दैट इज़ ऑन द ग्राउंड, एंड लाइक दिस द लैंड इज़ पोल्यूटेड स्लोली. धीरे धीरे वो गंदा पानी ज़मीन के अंदर जा रहा है, एंड द लैंड इज़ पोल्यूटेड स्लोली. द पीपल who start industries acquire more land than they require, as they think it may be useful to them for future development. Then, secondly, those who start industries, they acquire more land. जो लोग इंडस्ट्री चालू करते हैं, ज़रूरत से ज़्यादा वो लोग ज़मीन ले लेते हैं. And why they are taking more land? Because they think that they will need it in future for development. So, the extra land which they occupy may be the agricultural land which gets polluted by dumping solid waste and water on it. So, those extra land, जो ज़्यादा ज़मीन है, that land might be the agricultural land, खेती की ज़मीन हो सकती है, where they pollute it. This agricultural land is polluted by dumping solid waste. कचरा जो है सॉलिड, वहाँ पे वो सब इकट्ठा करते हैं, डंपिंग, डिपॉजिट, एंड वाटर ऑन इट. ऑल्सो सॉलिड वेस्ट, कचरा एंड वाटर, पोल्यूटेड वाटर is dumped on that extra land. So it is not used for the production of food grains and vegetables. So this extra land is also polluted, and it cannot be used for production of food grains and vegetables. Nowadays, people make use of plastic in every field, and this plastic is non-degradable, and so it pollutes the land. Then the biggest enemy of land pollution is plastic. Nowadays, in each and every field, we are making use of plastic, and this plastic, we use it and we just throw it away on the land. But this plastic is non-degradable, that is, it does not get mixed into the soil easily, and like this, it pollutes the land. Plastic, urban waste, scrap, and chemicals are dumped on land, which gets dispersed over the farm by wind and pollutes the land. Now, whatever solid waste is dumped on the ground, on the land, it gets dispersed. Dispersed means is spread in the wider area. सब जगह फैल जाता है, dispersed. Over the farm, ज़मीन पे, खेत में सब फैल जाता है. How it is spread? By wind. पवन से कारण, हवा के कारण वो spread हो जाता है. And like this, it pollutes the other land also. The farmers use chemical fertilizers, insecticides, pesticides, in more quantity to increase their production. Then the farmer also they pollute the land. How they pollute the land? They use chemical fertilizer, insecticide, pesticides. All these are used by them so that more quantity of grain can be grown, ज़्यादा production हो सके. And they sprinkle all this by mixing it in water. And when they sprinkle this water on the plants and vegetables, they go into the land, and like this, the land is polluted. Now, turn your page number 10. Polluted water is used in irrigation of fertile land, which results into polluted production of grains, vegetables, etc. And when such food grains and vegetables are consumed by us, disease like tuberculosis and bone disease occur. So, this polluted water, which is used by the farmer to increase their production of grains, it is used in land. So, the polluted production of grains and vegetables takes place. So, whatever the production is done, जो अनाज, जो सब्जियां होती है, वो सब polluted हो जाती है. And when such food grains and vegetables are consumed, जब हम लोग ये खाते हैं, तो disease like tuberculosis and bone disease occur. Fertile land becoming less, so crop production also decreases, which results into scarcity of crops. Now, the fertility of the land decreases due to the polluted water sprinkled on the land, and so the crop production becomes less. अनाज उगना कम हो जाता है. लैंड की फर्टिलिटी कम होती है तो अनाज उगना भी कम हो जाता है. तो इसके कारण क्या होता है? देयर इज स्कैर्सिटी ऑफ क्रॉप, शॉर्टेज ऑफ क्रॉप्स. द फर्टिलिटी ऑफ लैंड is destroyed due to the plastic solid waste of the industries and the polluted water, which destroys the microorganism which help to make the land fertile. Then another reason is the fertility of land is destroyed due to the polluted water. The fertility of the land is destroyed. Then how another way the fertility is destroyed? By the use of plastic solid waste of industries. And all these things, they destroy the microorganisms which are present in the soil. And these microorganisms, they help to make the land fertile. So fertility of land is destroyed by two things. Firstly, it is destroyed due to plastic solid waste which is dumped by the industry and the polluted water. And second, the microorganisms which are present in the soil, they are also destroyed, and so the land does not become fertile. So the barren land, so the land जो ज़मीन है वो सूखी हो जाती है, barren, as the microorganism in it are destroyed. So the land is now no more a fertile land. It becomes barren as the microorganisms are not present in it. Now, how we can control this land pollution? Land pollution can be controlled. First point, the use of plastic and necessary chemicals should be restricted or used judiciously. So, the plastic should not be used or should be used in a limited form, or it should be used judiciously. So, use of plastic and chemicals restricted or judiciously. Secondly, the industry should not be established on arable land. Arable means agricultural land. जो ज़मीन खेती के लिए है उसके ऊपर इंडस्ट्री डालनी नहीं चाहिए. Third, we should conserve the environment. वी शुड प्रोटेक्ट द एनवायरनमेंट. कंजर्व हमको बचाना चाहिए, हमको उसकी रक्षा करनी चाहिए एनवायरनमेंट. द फार्मर्स शुड यूज़ ऑर्गेनिक एंड ट्रेडिशनल मैन्योर लाइक काउ डंग instead of chemical fertilizer which pollutes the land. Then the farmers, they should use organic and traditional manure and should not sprinkle the pesticides and insecticides to get more crops. पेस्टिसाइड शुड बी यूज्ड इन मिनिमम पॉसिबल प्रपोर्शन. जो दवाई का छिड़काव करते हैं अब क्रॉप्स पे, फूड ग्रेन्स पे, दैट शुड बी यूज इन मिनिमम पॉसिबल प्रपोर्शन. कम से कम उसका इस्तेमाल करना चाहिए. द सॉलिड वेस्ट एंड प्लास्टिक विच इज़ डम्प्ड ऑन लैंड शुड बी रिसाइकल्ड एंड यूज्ड अगेन. जो सॉलिड वेस्ट एंड प्लास्टिक, जो पोल्यूटेड कचरा है, प्लास्टिक है, वेस्ट है, इट शुड बी डम्प्ड ऑन लैंड. जो सब लोग ज़मीन पे डालते हैं, इट शुड बी रिसाइकल्ड एंड यूज़ अगेन. उसको रीयूज़ करके वापस यूज़ करना चाहिए, रिसाइकल करके. यूज़ ऑफ नॉन कन्वेंशनल सोर्सेज ऑफ एनर्जी. So we should use non-conventional sources, that is solar and wind energy should be used so that it may not cause pollution, and green technology should be introduced. So make use of non-conventional sources instead of conventional sources of energy. And lastly, in agriculture for irrigation, drip irrigation method should be introduced. Drip irrigation method, that is Trapak Paddhati, drop by drop the water reaches near the roots of the plant. So in agriculture for irrigation, drip irrigation method should be introduced where the plant receive required amount of water and that also near the root, so it will prevent land degradation. So these are the steps which should be taken to control land pollution. Now students, the rest of the chapter we will continue in the next video.